Hello and welcome to a Not So Awesome review. Today we are taking a look at Civil War II Issue 0 by Brian Michael Bendis and these other guys. Can't say their names because names are hard. Anyways, yeah, it's Civil War II. I have a feeling that they only made this because of the movie, but yeah, Marvel's next big event, and this issue was a setup issue. That's the best way I can describe it. You know, everything that will set off what is to come is like laid down in here, I believe. Yeah, let's just get into it. I mean, the main people in this issue, War Machine, Captain Marvel, and She-Hulk are all in here. This new guy that I believe is the main thing, if I remember reading the previews correctly, is in here. You know, we get that cloud thing that turns people into Inhumans if they have Inhuman capabilities in there. I don't know, it's really weird. The Inhuman thing confuses me. I've never read Inhumans, and I don't plan on starting to anytime soon. And yeah, I actually haven't read anything Marvel for a while, aside from Spider-Man, and even that I need to catch up on. So, you know, going into this, I have no idea really where the state of anything in the Marvel Universe is since Secret Wars. And it's interesting. We have Captain Marvel working on the Triskin. Is that how you pronounce it? Triskin? Triskelin? I don't know. But she's basically working there, and she kind of has this thing where she wants to prevent crime from happening. If you know what's going to happen, she believes that you should be able to prevent it before it happens. We have kind of something going on with War Machine. I don't want to talk about it because I feel like even mentioning it, like his part in this was so small that mentioning it I feel like is kind of a spoiler. And I think the main thing going on here involves She-Hulk defending Jonathan Powers, who is the Jester. He's a supervillain, I believe mostly from Daredevil, and I think he was in Superior Spider-Man. And basically the whole thing there is, you know, he's been arrested for basically not doing anything, for maybe, you know, maybe wanting to commit a crime that he actually has, in like their defense, he hasn't shown interest in. He doesn't have his costume. They just believe he's going to commit a crime, so let's throw him in jail. It's a lot deeper than that, and you know, I don't want to go into it too much because I don't want to spoil anything, like I said, but it's interesting. Like, the reasons for the Civil War, minor spoilers, like, obviously I don't know what's going to happen in the next few issues, so they're not big spoilers, but I believe the main thing in this one is, should we arrest people if we know that they're going to commit a crime in the future? And by that, I mean, like, should they arrest somebody? Like, this person doesn't know they're going to commit a crime. They're not going to, you know, they're not going around thinking, I'm going to do this. They just know that he's going to in the future. Should we arrest him? I believe this, like, theme has been done before. There was a movie, I want to say, that did this. I don't remember the name of it. And I think it had Tom Cruise. I don't remember the name. Where they could see, like, okay, this person is going to go home and find his wife cheating on him, and so he's going to murder him, so we're going to arrest the guy right now before he goes and commits that crime, even though technically the wife is the one doing crazy stuff too. Not saying that, like, he's justified in murdering the wife, but you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't know what's happening yet, so should we arrest them? Basically, that's kind of like the theme going on here. I believe the Inhuman stuff will have something to do with that, but that's speculation. Yeah, aside from that, it is interesting. It ended on a pretty, you know, interesting note. But I won't say it was the greatest start to an event, especially if you've read Civil War 1, which I really quickly went through this earlier just to make sure. The first Civil War, you know, the incident that sets it off happens. What the government wants to do happens. And then, you know, action happens. Like, basically, a lot of stuff happens in the original Civil War right away to make it, like, a really good, action-packed issue. It was really well done. This one is taking it a lot slower, and I'm not saying that's bad. but I feel like it's what's going to happen. It is going to be compared to the first one just because it is a sequel. And yeah, that's pretty much all I really have to say about it. It's not a bad issue. If you're going to read it, you probably already have made up your mind. If you're on the edge of getting it, I'd say check it out, I guess. I mean, it is, I believe this thing runs like at $4.99. Yeah, it's $4.99, so it's not the cheapest comic book, especially for something that's definitely a setup issue. Is it vital to the rest of the series? Like Avengers vs. X-Men issue 0 wasn't really important. It didn't set up much aside from introduce hope to the new readers who haven't like really read X-Men, but they really wanted to get into this event because of the Avengers or just because of the hype of it all. You know, it just set up, you know, a little bit of the X-Men thing going on there, and the fact that the Phoenix Force was coming back, but it didn't start off the event there. This, I feel like it's a little bit more important to read because what sets off the event is, I guess you could say, the debate between the superheroes who are going to be coming to blows over what they believe in, and it's in here. So yeah, that would be my best way to put it. If you're interested in the event, I think it is probably important to read, but for all I know, you know, in a few weeks when issue 1 comes out, it could be in there too. There could be a summarized version of it, who knows. Only time will tell, but for now it's not bad. It's interesting. Would I recommend it? I guess I'd give it a low yes. I'd give this issue a 3.5 out of 5 just because, I mean, I don't want to say nothing happened. Stuff happened. Was it exciting? A little bit. It was more interesting than anything. It's a setup issue. I wish there was a little bit more, especially for $4.99. I mean, I think that's what really puts me on the edge with this. I might have given it a 4 otherwise, but the fact that it's $4.99, it's a setup issue, you know, not much has happened yet, not like in the first Civil War where everything gets triggered right away and there's already, you know, some fighting happening. In this, actually, there is no action, actually. I can say that. There's like 1 page of slight action and that's it. 2 pages if you count something towards the end, which really was just more confusing than anything. And yeah, it did end, like the last page does make me want to see more, but since I'm pretty sure I already know what's going to be happening, I'm not kind of like mind blown about it. Maybe if I went in on this blind, I'd be more confused. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's up to you. I mean, I don't know how many issues this event's going to be. Events, you know, I don't know, like Marvel, I don't know how many people like Secret Wars. Like I said, I haven't been reading Marvel, but I do hear a lot about the other events. Like Age of Ultron definitely wasn't great. It was advertised badly. It really should have been like Age of Ultron Wolverine or something. Avengers vs. X-Men, I liked it. I know a good amount of people don't like that one that much. What else has happened in the past? We had like, was it Infinity? Was it Infinity or was it Infinity War? The one that took place in Earth and space, I don't remember, but the space half of it was just boring. The only part of it that was good was on Earth, and it like made this big deal about Thanos and everything, and he wasn't even in it that much. So, if I'm remembering correctly, I mean, like it's been a while. As you know, if you've been on this channel for a long time, you've known I haven't done a review on these things in a while, but I'm trying to bring it back, so we'll see how that goes. But anyways, I'm getting way off topic here. Civil War 2, issue 0. I'd give it a maybe. If you want to, you know, definitely read the rest of the series, I probably would say get it. You know, if you're like, I do want to read the series, just get it. But hopefully you can find it at a discount, because $4.99 is expensive for any comic, to be honest. Yeah, like it's hard to recommend, but if this is good, you know, then if it's gonna end up being good, you know, you don't want to miss out on it. You don't want it to like sell out and you have to wait for the reprint. I don't know. Like I said, it's hard to recommend. It's a hard one for me to recommend. It's feels like it's gonna be good, but we'll see where it goes. That's my consensus here. Consensus, is that a word? I think that's a word. I don't know if that's the right word. But yeah. I don't know. For once, I'm actually really stumped here on my recommendation on it. The price is what is definitely holding me back. It's probably what's holding a lot of people back. And like I said, if you're gonna read the series, I get it. If you're gonna get issue 1 and up, I don't know how many issues this is gonna be. I don't know how much the next issue is gonna be. I haven't done any research on that. But the story sounds like it'll be alright. I was originally gonna pass on it and wait for the trade, but figured I'd get this one. And it's interesting. It leaves you wanting more, which is good. The price tag isn't great compared to issue 1 of Civil War. It's really no contest on which one's better. And yeah, that's all I've got to say. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna end this review here. The art is good. I don't know if we've talked about the art yet, but it's good. It's not bad. It's actually drawn really well. I really like how She-Hulk looks in this. Yeah, my only complaint actually is the fact that they begin it with this, and this isn't even the beginning. What I'm saying by that is they put the ad page where this Luke Cage magic deodorant shaving cream ad as the first page. It almost feels like it's the first page of the comic, but it isn't. And that threw me off. I mean, I'm sure it's actually been in more issues than this in Marvel. But like I said, I'm behind. So that threw me off. So ignore that. Ignore the Luke Cage page, because that's just an ad. Anyways, that is my review for this. Art is good. Story is interesting. Price is not spectacular. And it is a setup issue. So take that as you will. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and all that cool stuff. And I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.